Welcome, Pisces, to your March 2020 soul growth messages. I first would like to say the sun is still in your sign of Pisces until what, the 18th or 19th? So many of you are in your solar return. Happy birthday, happy solar return to you all, Pisces. This is a March 2020 soul growth message. First would like to say a collective energy that a lot of us are going to be feeling is a feeling of really getting to know our soul. We are leaving the time when the mind and the ego rules the body, and we're getting more into a heart being and getting to know our soul at this time. Many of you Pisces are going through the dark night of the soul and this transformation. A lot of old things falling away and opening up for new growth. So the dark night of the soul is something that hits people very hard. It can be one or many different life events that change everything that's in your world, and on the other side of that is a huge spiritual awakening. So I would like to share that with you, part of March's energy. It is a year for, we've had a lot of different planets and moons in 4 degrees, which is about redoing our foundations. And so your Pisces message to begin with for March is, Pisces, you've had a lot on your mind lately, and now you're ready to say something. It may come out harsher than you planned. That's okay, but be prepared to back up your feelings with concrete examples. That way, issues will be easier to resolve. For me, that's an overall message to start walking your talk, walking your walk. And Pisces are very compassionate. They're very spiritual. They're very, very deep feelers, right? Being a water sign. So in harmony and balance, it's a beautiful thing. It's a spiritual knowingness within you, a great faith of just knowing, right? And in the lower octave of that, it would be escapism of your deep feelings and not wanting to look at your deep feelings, and it creating addiction or escapism. So just keep that in mind. It isn't to judge yourself, it's just how it is for a Pisces who's such a deep feeler. So your overall message, I'm going to get into this. First of all, there's an anchor card. The message for you is you are a natural counselor, and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. That is because you guys are so empathetic. You've been through things in life. You're deep feelers. So you have the spiritual aspect, right? Because your glyph is the one fish swimming up and the one fish swimming down. It's about balancing your spiritual beingness into your vessel. And you really do have the availability to counsel others because you're so empathetic and compassionate. Prayer is going to be something to utilize strongly through the month of March. Like I said, many of you may be going through this huge time of transformation, and that is what Pluto does. Your card, first I'll start out with the sign. The 9th house is the sign of Sagittarius, which is fire. Fire creates destruction, right? But it also creates rebirth and regrowth within you. That showing up in your reading is time for you guys to broaden your perspectives and horizons, either spiritually, academically, or a long journey. So this is stating basically that through all that burning energy of things, the hard knocks that you guys may have been through with this basically transformative energy coming in, it is causing you to get back to what really matters to you. It has probably been pretty difficult for most of you being such deep feelers, right? But just stay on task. Remember that you are, on a higher perspective, a very spiritual, gifted person, because your empathy and your compassion level is so high. It's such a gift, so needed here. So don't escape those feelings. Sit in them. Sit in them. Sit in them. You got Virgo for the sign, which is an earth sign. And, you know, a little bit of earth with all those watery emotions of yours would be good. So get out and ground. Pay attention to the detail, because Virgo's a very detail-oriented sign. But don't become so critical of yourself or so OCD that it creates an anxiety within you. Huge thing for you guys to get out and ground. I'm going to tell you that. This card came up with other signs as well, but for you specifically as this Pisces going through a lot of transformative time, I'm feeling it's ground. Get yourself out in fresh nature. Stay humble and diligent. Pluto is a transformational planet. It rules Scorpio. It is about death and rebirth. It is about shaking the shit out of anything that's not real and authentic, right? Pluto, and going, no, we're not having this. It may be painful right now. You may be going through some crap, but in order for you to rise like a phoenix, you have to have old things fall away. It's never pleasant for most people because humans usually fight change. This is your ability to take a big leap forward with rebirth right now. Always on the other side of dark night of the soul type of energy, where it just feels like everything that you thought was good and authentic falls away. It is rough, guys. Be gentle with yourself. You can do that by getting out in nature. Ninth house ruled by Sagittarius. Sagittarius in harmony are very spiritual too. They are like really wonderful spiritual teachers. And how we share with others with this anchor card being counselor is to share with others the shit that you've been through, because the greatest wisdom comes from the things that we've been through ourselves. That's what makes a great spiritual teacher or counselor or a friend who people can trust and rely upon. Prayer is going to be huge for you guys. Prayer is putting out into the ethers what you want to receive. And this is not just about material, as many of you should know. It is about you speaking some good love to yourself, putting out there that you're worthy of good things. Your prayers are being heard. It's going to create that solar plexus, which is about mid-belly of your life force energy, to kind of really allow that rebirth within you. Don't forget to ground. Super important. Keep that in mind through the whole month of March. We are going to go into some more messages with the Twin Flame Journey Tarot, and then we will wrap up your March 2020 soul growth messages. So what is it for Pisces for March? What else for Pisces for March? What else for Pisces for March? What else for Pisces? You guys' deep emotions, you know, because you're such an emotional sign. Really be careful that you're not choosing that escapism. Your ego would want nothing more for y'all to just ignore your feelings, go get drunk, get addicted, and that is not healthy. It's for your highest good. So if you've done that in the past, release it. Pisces for March. Pisces for March. Boy, Pisces for March. Okay. You got Six of Cups, memories and reunion. Six of Wands. We got sixes and a 3. Six of Cups is about emotions, because cups is always symbolic of water, and water is emotion. So many of you in this transformative energy, right? This death and rebirth, you may be revisiting the way things may have been in the past. It is saying memories and reunion. So for some of you, this may be that you're just reflecting upon old memories. This may be a reunion within your sacred feminine, sacred masculine within yourself, your yin-yang energy balancing out, creating a new perspective, you know, on the other side of this dark night of the soul. Because you got 3 of Pentacles next, which is earth, which is body. 3 of Pentacles is collaboration. So maybe for some of you, these memories and reunions are taking you to a time where, you know, there's connection. You see I love that, holding hands with the light there. Collaboration is always a good thing. Sometimes it's not best for what's best for our highest good. So just remember that. Some of you maybe be getting into new relationships, new even friendships, that's creating a collaboration where you feel heard, because I'm a firm believer that we cannot heal until we feel heard. And then you got Six of Wands, which is success and recognition. Many of you going through some transformative times. It's going to create this success and feeling of recognition within you. And what I've been telling everybody almost on every reading so far is just love yourself up first. You have to fill your own cup first. On the other side of that, you know, you can gain a new spiritual perspective and let it broaden your horizons. Just remember that we all go through things, and the greatest teacher for us to be able to counsel even ourselves, right? But others, is being a great listener and also sharing the things that we have rose out of the ashes like a phoenix, right? So what else for Pisces for March of 2020? March of 2020. Page of Wands. Okay, guys, what else for Pisces? March 2020. There. Nine of Swords. Okay, what else? And the reevaluation. Just got that. A couple more other cards, too. So first and foremost, underneath this memories reunion, collaboration, we got excitement and curiosity. Page of Wands is having a new mindset, right? This could be having a new mindset. Maybe you're coming out of this dark night of the soul and it's giving you a whole new perspective in your thinking, right? Excitement and curiosity. So this to me always reminds me of being like childlike, right? And keeping that childlike wonder and curiosity. What could have been happening with your thoughts in the past and going through these memories and reunions? Because the Six of Cups is emotions, right? Cup signs are emotions, and swords are thinking, self-sabotage, and nightmares. Keep an awareness in your thoughts throughout the month of March. Keep your mind, which is your thinking, right? Back to less thinking in the mind, more heart being. Don't self-sabotage. Don't beat yourself up. Don't judge yourself. Pay attention to what your thoughts are and what you're speaking to yourself. That is huge for many, many people. We are literally ending so many karmic cycles, lifetime after lifetime, with all these karmic patterns. We're getting back to know who our true soul is, which is almost like what you were like being a child, and getting back into that innocence and what really, really mattered to you, and rewriting the stories. And many of us are doing that. It's going to give you a new sense of excitement and curiosity. You may not feel this when you're in this dark night of the soul, in this transformative energy, but that's where your prayers come in. That's where your prayers are so super important. Don't pray from a mindset of you're lacking. Pray from, speaking love to yourself as a prayer. I'm worthy of good. I am a divine child of Creator. I deserve good things. I deserve balance and harmony. Super, super important. Lastly, you got the Seven of Pentacles, which is about body, which is about earth. Re-evaluation. This is going hand in hand with what I was getting a message from the Virgo symbol specifically for you, Pisces, is to get out and ground. You need some time to reevaluate. We are currently, as I'm coming to you, still in Mercury retrograde, which is dancing in your sign of Pisces and going into Aquarius, I do believe, and then that will be going out of the post shadow sometime here in March. Ground. It's okay for you to feel the deep emotions, Pisces. Don't become them. Do some revisiting of memories if you need to. Maybe this is a physical reunion for some of you. Do not get hung up on self-sabotage in your thoughts, right? This is the Nine of Swords. Do not let your thoughts beat you down. Your ego loves that. Everybody's ego does. Allow that grounding energy and that earth energy. If you need to reevaluate things, so be it. Good. Feel all your feels. Do not go into the escapism. You're such a beautiful, empathetic sign. You really do have a gift to this world with your humor and your empathy and your level of compassion, being that water sign. Again, this is your message for March 2020. Tuck it away in your watch folders later to watch again if you need to. You can support my channel by hitting the thumbs up, subscribing to my channel, Empowering Empaths, if this resonates with you. I look forward to sharing so much more on a month-to-month basis per sign. Reminder to yourself, you're a beautiful spiritual being. You really can help other people. It kind of seems like you're needing to self-love yourself right now, because a lot of kind of tower moment, even though you didn't get the tower, a lot of don't be too thinking, don't judge yourself, keep balancing your emotions. We got a super full moon in Virgo coming up on the 9th. Do not be surprised if your emotions are pretty big, because it's a big super full moon. It'll impact all of us, as above so below. So really do love yourself up, Pisces. You're in a transformational time. Pluto will help rock and lock anything that's not of soul value, so that you can have a rebirth and a resurrection. Remember the power of prayer for yourselves, y'all. And I send this to you, your soul growth message for March 2020. Namaste, and see you next month.